It is now indeed a privilege to introduce the president of Moyne College, Dr. Linda LeMura.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our honored guests, Ms. Elaine Clyburn, Father Joseph Parks, and Dr. John Langdon. Welcome to all of our trustees, regents, and alumni. Welcome to our distinguished faculty, to our staff, administrators, and to the Golden Alumni Class of 1967. I welcome the families and friends of our graduates. Welcome, Class of 2017. What a busy, beautiful time you've had these last few weeks. You're done with your final exams. You've enjoyed the quiet reflection of a peaceful senior week. And you've started to make preparations for that new life that's waiting for you. Some of you are packing up dorm rooms. Others are cleaning out closets and desks at home. Some of you are selling books, though it pains me to think about that. You're tossing out old papers, getting rid of notebooks that you think you'll never need. In all of this organizing and purging, I'd invite you to take a look back at one paper in particular. Are you ready, 2017? I want you to find that research paper you wrote as a first-year student in History 111. Read it over carefully. Now, I realize that for some of you, this could be a painful experience, a reminder of how young you were, how much you still had to learn. But today, in particular, as we wait to hear from our extraordinary colleague, Dr. John Langdon, I'd like you to consider that history paper and the value it represents. The Moyne College Handbook for Historians insists that students cite their work, use primary sources, support their thesis with credible research. You have to use a certain font and margins, put a title on your work, your name below the title, and a staple on the left. It's so demanding and so particular. And in thinking about Dr. John Langdon, I think I know why. What you learned in writing that paper is that while history is fluid and subjective in nature, we still insist that you find and speak the truth about history. And although we live in a present moment when feeling often poses for fact, at Moyne we insist that you express something more than mere opinions in your work. We expect you to have ideas and to support them honestly and credibly. We insist upon primary sources because knowledge, like success, is rarely the product of your ingenuity or insight alone. We learn from others, and we acknowledge their efforts and sacrifices. Because attention to detail is a form of respect, we ask you to turn in the work that was clear and polished. And although the world beyond the heights is dominated by pseudonymous usernames and internet trolls, we insist that you put your name on your work. We wanted you to understand that your ideas, like your actions in the world, you must own. It shouldn't surprise any of us that Dr. John Langdon was one of the authors of the Handbook for Historians. It embodies the values that John Langdon has lived by and that he has instilled in thousands of Moyne College students. Intellectual rigor, professionalism, integrity, clarity, honesty, and respect. So now is the time, as St. Paul wrote in his letter to the Corinthians, to put away the childish things, to enter the world you've heard so much about, the future, and to make your mark in it. You may think that today Moyne College enters your past and that it becomes part of your history. But as Dr. Langdon's classes have taught you, history is a living presence. You're going to feel the effect of what you've learned here on the Heights when you start that first job or when you begin your graduate studies, in your travels, your work, your play, your worship. Every day of that bright, challenging new future, you'll feel what it means to have been a student at Moyne College. And when you're a success, you will give credit to the primary sources: parents, grandparents, mentors, siblings, and friends who've all shown you the way. When life becomes challenging, you'll respond with ideas and not just emotion. You'll look for the truth, and you'll not accept a popular or easy substitute for it. And even if those around you choose to produce work that's slovenly or cheap, you will traffic in excellence with labor, precision, and care. And at the end of the day, you'll own what you've done: the successes, the failures, what's hard, what's beautiful, and what's lasting. You'll put your name on your work. That's why you lived on the Heights, and that's what we taught you at Moyne College. Best of luck, 2017. God bless you. We love you. Thank you.